Okay. We'll wait till the stream starts so that people can actually like jump in and listen to it.
Why is my stream audio not playing?
All right. Fuck that. Go over a couple things. First of all, I understand everyone here has a different unit that they like to play with, and that's fine. You're allowed to do that. If you look at Switch, like he's repping the gold patch right now, I don't mind if you do that. But if you are able to swap it to the Crusader one, please do so. I'll post a link to join the unit in the Discord. It's already in there, but I'll post it again so you can find it. Please join the unit so you can put the patch on. I don't know if you guys can see mine or not,
You
but
gotta apply to it. I applied, and
Yeah, I applaud.
in the application I put I'm max.
okay, I'll go in after this and I'll do all the applications. Um, just some like administrative stuff. So we're portraying a PMC, and the reason that we're doing that is it gives us the flexibility to do any mission set that we want. And then if we can explain why we would have a specific asset, I'll allow you to have it. I don't think we're going to be flying F-35s or anything like that, but if you're a role player and the way you explain it, we'll probably approve it. And one thing I want to get across in the Discord, there's a 5Ws channel. That's how we're going to like request things. The server's always going to be open. So if you want to run a mini op or a vignette, feel free to do so whenever you get the opportunity to do. Just put something in the 5W just so I know somebody's in there, so I don't end up just restarting the server on you when you're in the middle of a mission. That also kind of like plays to the theme of what we're doing. So we're gonna do that. This is a casual attendance serious Milsim unit. So if you can't make it, that's fine. But when you're in the server, I expect you to one, be professional, two, respect the people that are here, and especially respect their time. So if someone creates a mission and you just fucking hate it, play the game, play your role realistically, how you would in real life, and then we'll handle it in AAR. I know not everyone here's ARs.
Channel Error. Switched.
I don't have any roles posted in the Discord or for the unit that you've seen. But I am the God King Emperor. If I find something that you did is a bannable offense, I'm just gonna do it. I don't owe you an explanation, and you're probably never ever gonna come back. I have a long fuse, but a short temper, so you get all the rope in the world to hang yourself with. So just keep that in mind. We're gonna call this, yeah, just don't be a cunt, basically. A couple things. One, um, you can make fun of things that people do, but don't make fun of things that people are. Try to avoid that. I know there's like general ribbing about Axe being Canadian or Pix being upside down. Try to avoid doing that as much as possible because I want people to feel like they're welcome here because I want to respect everyone's time and their effort. So like, don't be a racist piece of shit. Don't just be like belittling people. There's no posted rules, but like I said, I'm the God King Emperor, and I will ban you without notice, and it'll be for life with no appeal. Does everyone get that?
Crystal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So shoot the shit in the Discord, have fun, but when you're in the server, actually play the role that you're here to do. Okay, like buy in, have fun. If there's something going on that's like an Armaism, I want you to use the phrase "out of character." Just say, "Hey, out of character. I got to reset the spawn. Hey, out of character. My radios are fucking up." Just so everyone knows. Just so we're all on the same page with that. I want you guys to come here, use the server, have a good time, but just buy into what we're trying to do. Um, it's not going to be like every other Milsim, or for instance in Gold, where you swim to an objective, you don't shoot anybody, and then 3 hours later the mission's over. Have fun here. Like if you want to do like action movie shit, that's fine. That's what this server's here for. But understand that your actions have consequences. Like, don't just like throw human suffering at a problem because that's not realistic.
Channel switched. Error.
Monday through Friday and including Sunday. We don't have a lot on paper ironed out right now, so we're gonna have some growing pains. We're gonna work through them, but we're gonna do that together. Everyone here has a voice. Feel free to take some ownership of what's going on. If there's a project you wanna like head up, just hit me up, or Switch, or Snake, or Bodhi, or even Paradise. He's our scribe. But take some ownership of what's going on here. Have a good growing pains. Like there's a couple key binds we gotta work. Some things.
Channel switched.
And I owe you a finalized mod.
Channel switched.
Just for structure wise, I'm the CEO. I'm the God King Emperor. If I want to do something, I'm gonna staff man bat it and just do it. I'll tell everyone why, and if you can convince me of something, that's fine. I'm the God King Emperor. Just keep that in mind. I'm not gonna do anything that's unfair or unwarranted, and I'll have a reason for everything. You can hold me accountable to that. Snake, he's our chief operations officer, and basically he's gonna be in control of the overall like theme of the unit, kind of work with our training and our tactics and our procedures, and switches the executive vice president of global operations, so he'll also be highly involved with those tactics and things of that nature. If you don't have an Arma 3 background, that's fine. Ask somebody that does. I try to give everybody that I know has experience with Ace and TFAR and all that other shit the operator tag in Discord. If they don't have it, um, maybe I just missed them. But I'm gonna pass this off to Snake for whatever he needs, and then Switch is gonna do some instruction. I think I'm gonna lean on the guys I know from Gold that know how to do this stuff. So it's gonna be Kolcheski and Axe right there. Um, if you have a question, feel free to ask. We're here to learn. I don't want this to be super formal, just because we're all growing together. We're gonna figure this out. For instance, right now we're all gonna be on radio channel 6-9. That's not gonna continue. It's just what we have right now. And we'll go over how to like set radios. It's gonna be crawl, walk, run. Today's
Hey, what's going on, man? I didn't.
do some instruction, and we're gonna go.
I didn't want to
but,
interrupt while he was talking. I couldn't find my mute button.
So after everyone feels comfortable, or kind of knows what they're doing, we'll go shoot some people in the face. Is that fair?
Sounds good.
User
All right.
joined your channel.
Pass it up, Snake.
So like you said, everybody can hear me, right? My shit's working.
Crystal.
Microphone muted.
Yeah, I've been sick.
Alright, so
My
like you
voice
said,
is
I'm
fucked.
the COO. What that looks like in my head, right, essentially is I'll be in charge of operations and how we run shit, TTPs and whatnot. Just a super quick background on me. I did 20 years in the Navy, all right, as a hospital corpsman with the Marine Corps. Not all of my time was with the Marine Corps, but a lot of it was. So I do know some shit, but I do not know everything, right? So if I put something out and it doesn't look right to you, or it looks janky, or whatever, right, or it's outdated, feel free to say something. And if you can, like Hate said, if you can convince me that it's correct, then we'll change it. I'm fine with that. But like as far as like TTPs and shit go, like I'll be putting out stuff about how we do CQB and mount operations, mounted operations, shit like that. I've got a bunch of stuff down already from a previous Milsim that I'll be putting out. And like I said, if something doesn't look right or you know a better way of doing it, by all means, just fucking let me know and we'll change it. So, but that's really all I got.
All right, Stick. All right, Switch, take it away.
Well, is everybody here?
I mean, if they're late, they're late. We'll figure it out later.
All right. Well, I mean, 80% of the guys here were in my previous unit, which was a SEAL unit. So we did small unit tactics, obviously. emulating a tier 1 unit. Me personally, I've been in Arma Milsim since fucking Operation Flashpoint. I'm an old man. I sound like shit right now, so I apologize. While I don't have any active military experience, I've been doing Milsim for a long time, including airsoft and shit like that. I've been around and know personally guys who've been in Ranger unit, like real life Rangers, some special forces guys. So I've been taught by guys who have done it in real life. So I'd like to think that at least my knowledge base is decent for a civilian. Hopefully the guys that have been around me can back me up on that. I know Arma pretty fucking well. I've got between Arma 3 and Arma 2 probably over 10,000 hours, which is sad if you think about it. But yeah, I mean my role here is I'm primarily a trigger puller. I've been team leads. I've been unit COs, 1IC, 2IC, etc. I don't want to have to intervene too much more than I have to. Basically, set the dogs, give the dogs a direction and set them off and let them figure out their own way. Pat knows that the way I operate. Most of the guys that have been around me know that's the way I prefer to operate. So my primary goal is going to be knowledge base in Arma technical stuff and fill in gaps. Wherever else we need it. As far as training tonight goes, I just need to get an idea of who has not played Arma 3 specifically in an extensive amount, so that we can focus on technical aspects of the game. Less so than tactical stuff for now. We'll get into that later. But right now, it's more about getting people squared away with the technical stuff, radios, medical, keybinds, things that worked, sharing information and knowledge from guys who've played a lot of hours of Arma 3, and making sure people are comfortable with those things.
I need radio help and a little bit of medical help.
Okay.
I don't have the reps in.
Are you coming from a Reforger background or Arma 3 or what's your
Reforger.
Okay.
I've been working on the medical shit. It's just I need more reps.
Okay.
I just want to line everybody up. Split up guys who know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's fine. Who else we got? Pix and Serotonin. I think. Who's this over here? Okay. Pix and Serotonin. What's Serotonin's one of ours?
Yeah.
Who's Serotonin?
Not Axe.
No, Axe is Axe.
Oh, Axe is Axe.
McCloskey.
Oh, McCloskey, yeah. Serotonin's.
Oh, McCloskey. Okay. All right. I don't think I've ever seen you in game before, McCloskey.
Yeah, it's been a while.
All right. So basically, we've got Psycho, Pix, and Zach. What's your experience in background with Arma 3?
His mic's muted in TeamSpeak.
I'll go first then. So I rolled with Axe and Hate back in another unit, Sigma, another casual PMC style. I don't know a fair bit about the base level armor stuff and some of the mods we've used here. Might need a refresher because I haven't touched armor about a year now though, so I could use a bit of a refresher on some of the more detailed technical aspects of it.
Okay, that's easy. Snake, I know you're good to go, right? With pretty much everything.
So I came from Reforger 2, but I do have a little bit of Armor 3 background, but I wouldn't mind a refresher.
All right. So I mean, it sounds like everyone's got at least a somewhat of a base on basic. I mean, Armor version's not that much different than Armor in terms of. I guess it is actually since I played it recently. All right, so we'll go through basic radio stuff, keybinds and usage. We'll go through Ace and Cat Medical on a rudimentary level. Like some of the stuff, it's about repetition and doing it. So if we have to shoot people and heal them and stuff like that, we've got plenty of that. We've got multiple guys here from Gold Squad. Like I said, my previous unit, we do conduct formal training for recruits named Green Team. Max is the head of the Green Team program, and I did multiple years of training. Or doing leading trainings for new recruits, and we cover all the stuff that we're gonna cover now. We're just gonna do it in a condensed format, and again, we don't expect everyone to become an expert overnight. We have plenty of SMEs on a bunch of stuff in the Discord, so if you have questions, and I'm sure guys are willing to jump into the server and practice doing stuff. So first and foremost, the radios. Everyone should have a Prick 152, the one without the numbers at the extension. And right now we're on channel 69. And to open up your radios, you can do it one of two ways. You can use your Ace Interact, self Ace Interact, to open up your radio that way, or you can just hit Control P, which will bring up the model of the Prick 152 up on your screen. And the keys.
The Happist radio.
Yeah, it's the Wish.com Harris radio.
Yeah, it's got just one screen to see one.
Yep. So it's channel 1, and the number next to that is the channel, right? Or I'm sorry, the frequency.
So it's the PRC 152, right?
Yeah, PRC 152.
Okay.
So 281.6 hertz is what we're running.
So you don't have to worry about the frequency so much as the
Channel.
the channel. So let me correct that. The channel's important because we can run alternate channels on the Prick 152s. All right. So right now everyone is by default set to channel 1, and then whatever the frequency is on the right. You can change the frequency of channel 1 just by highlighting it and then literally keying in a number. So you can just key in, like, highlight and key in 6.9 and then hit enter. Right, so set frequency.
So change it to 6.9 then.
Yeah. So right now,
9.0.
Right now, by default, the 152s are set to stereo, which means both channels are going to come into, or both audio channels left and right are going to come into your left and right on your headset. Okay? You can set alternate channels on the single 152s, meaning you can have a primary channel set to your left ear and a secondary channel set to your right ear. Right? So if you want to monitor multiple comms, you can do so. For right now, based on what we just right, so right now, based on what we just did, you should have channel 1 C1 and then the frequency 69 going to both. Yep.
Holy crap, you're loud. Radio check.
Okay. So TFAR's obviously localized. So if you're standing next to someone and you have them on your radio and locally, you will hear them twice through your they will echo through your radio and through local comms, obviously.
I think that's something I fucked up on the server config. If you go into your controls, multiplayer, and then you go down to where it says push to talk, just unbind that, and that'll keep you from talking in game. That's something that I'll fix. Like I said, growing pains, but that's the way to fix it.
No problem. So on your actual radio image on your screen, okay, you can physically click the buttons, and if you hover over them, you'll see what the different buttons do, and you can actually physically change the volume using the knob at the top by the antenna.
Wait, repeat that last one.
You can physically change channels and radio, the speaker settings and things like that by you physically hovering over the buttons on the actual radio image, and you can change the volume at the top using the knob between the radio, the antenna and the the output.
What do you use to make it increase and decrease?
Left and right mouse, or left and your left mouse button up and down. You can also, there's also keybinds. You'll see if you click on the volume on the bottom right hand corner of your screen, you should see volume going up and down. So right mouse button goes up, left button goes down. I think the volume is set to 70 or 80 by default. You should also
just cut in one bit for 1 sec.
Yeah, please.
Just to make things.
I see the volume going up and down. Yeah.
The actual number buttons on the dialogue don't have any interaction, so don't worry about the 1 through 9 buttons on the keypad.
Yeah, like I said, if you want to change the frequency, literally just highlight the frequency in the channel and just type in a key, type in the number.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the very basics, right? As if you're just a fire team member, if you guys, for those guys that served or whatever.
Sorry about the kids, dude.
Yeah, no worries. Most guys aren't running, team radios except for the team leaders and above and things like that, right? So you usually don't have to worry about monitoring multiple channels. If you've been in Milsim units, small units, whatever, most guys will monitor like a command net or at least like a squad leader net, and then have like a local channel for their team. For right now, like I said, if you just did what we asked you to do so far, you should have channel 1 set to frequency 69, and you should have audio coming into both ears. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next step up from that, other than changing your volume, if you are a team leader or squad leader or whatever, and you want to be able to monitor and communicate with multiple channels, there is a set additional key. Okay, so what you want to do first is press the plus button above the pre, which is if you hover it, if it says next channel, and then click up to channel 2, and you'll see a different frequency come up. Then what you want to do is set additional channel. All right, and that's the left arrow button on the radio, and you'll see it change from C2 to A2. Now what you want to do is change the frequency of A2 to whatever the secondary frequency is going to be. So in this case, for testing purposes, we'll set it to 96. Okay, and then hit enter. Now what you want to do is press minus or previous channel, and it'll go back to C169. Okay. Now what you've done is set your additional channel to 96, and your primary channel C1 is set to 69. The reason why we don't do it on C1 to A2 is it fucks up an Arma for some reason. And what you need to do is go into your Arma binds and set a push-to-talk key on your keyboard to your additional channel. So if you hit escape and go into your...
Second keybind for the second radio.
What's that? Or if you're running two separate radios, yes, you would need a separate push to talk for your second radio. But if you're running one single radio,
Back and forth, okay.
yeah. Generally speaking, the only people that are going to be running two radios are probably going to be our comms guys running long range backpacks. In which case, they're going to need to set up a secondary push to talk for their second radio. But if you hit escape and go to configure and go into your controls, right, you're going to want to go to configure add-ons. And then go to TFAR.
It should default to Tango.
Yeah, I can't speak to the default keybinds because I changed most of my keybinds across the board for everything for a variety of reasons. But if you go into configure, go to configure add-ons, and go to scroll your add-on to TFAR, right? If you can't see what I'm doing, I also have my Twitch up if you want to follow along on my screen. You'll see a bunch of different keybinds that are available. Right, SR is short range, LR is long range, and then you have your channel set up. If you continue scrolling down, you'll have LR transmit additional, SR transmit additional.
LR transitional.
So your 152s are considered your
transmit additional.
Say again.
SR
Is it
transmit
transmit?
additional. Just scroll all the way down.
Yeah, you guys scroll all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm at the bottom already.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Test T controls for me. So
yeah, so your 152s are considered short range radios in game, right? Even though they have multi-kilometer range or whatever. LRs are going to be restricted to backpacks, the backpack radios, the big boys. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure that your SR transmit and your SR additional transmit keys are bound to something that you can remember, right? And that will allow you to talk on two separate channels and also monitor two separate channels in your ear cups, which I'll go over through in a second. But if you look through those keybinds at the very bottom of the screen, you'll see these are the ones that you're primarily going to be worried about is your SR transmit, your SR transmit additional, your long range transmit, your long range transmit additional if you are you're going to be an RTO or a comms guy. And then your SR and LR radio menu keys. For example, I have mine set to SR Control P and LR Alt P. So if I'm wearing a backpack radio, I can open up both radios using those quick keybinds. Again, you can set them up to whatever you're comfortable with, just as long as you know what they are and are comfortable with them. Excuse me. Is everyone straight on that?
Yep.
Okay.
Apparently
And
my SR transmit additional is a T apparently.
okay, what's your standard SR transmit key?
What's it called? Caps lock.
Okay. Yeah, so you can set it to whatever you want. Again, like I said, if you are going to be a team leader or someone that's going to be talking on the radios a lot, you're going to want something that can be easily accessible and remembered for yourself. If you want to just be a fucking trigger puller and a grunt and you don't want to feel like talking on the radios or monitoring multiple radios, then you don't have to worry about too much.
Kill people.
All right. So everyone knows their transmit keys. They know how to set the additional channel. For listening purposes, okay, if you go back to Control P, there's a couple of different options as far as your audio, the output. You'll see if you hover to the right arrow key, there is a speaker option, and there is a if you click that once on the bottom right hand of your screen, you'll see it'll go speakers. What that's going to do is when someone transmits and you're listening, it'll come out of the radio like a speaker, right? So it's not going to go through your headset, IRL. or I'm not RL in game. It won't just go through your headset. It'll be it'll be projecting from your actual radio in game. So
Mine is set to
Somebody can
10:08.
hear it.
so everyone can hear it, right? The only reason that would ever be the need is if you're trying to monitor long range in a truck or something, and you want everyone to hear it who's not monitoring a long range radio. There's really no other reason, generally speaking, for anyone to have their their radio set to speaker mode, except for like I said, if there's a explicit reason why other people need to be monitoring it that just don't have access to a radio. But if you click it again, you'll see the bottom right hand corner. It switches back to headphones. So right, we want to make sure we're on headphone mode so that we're not broadcasting our comms to everybody around us. If you guys want to test that real quick, if somebody wants to talk on their additional on 96, I have mine set to 96. We should be able to hear each other.
I have mine still on speakers if you want to hear what it sounds like when you're talking on the radio as a speaker, though. Why not to do it?
Yeah. All right. In your radio again, hit Control P. You should have your radio up, channel 169 right now on my screen. You'll have stereo settings. Okay. So stereo settings are left, right, or both. Okay. And like I was saying, if you want to be able to distinguish your audio comms, so right now I have channel 1 set to my left ear cup as my primary comms for receiving, and you can set your additional to your right ear cup. So that way, if someone's talking in my right here, IRL and in game, I know that they're talking on channel 96. If I hear it coming from my left ear cup, I know they're talking on 69, right?
Hold up. Sorry to interrupt you. Rewind that part a little bit. Which button you say you use for your right and your left?
In game on the radio on your screen, it's the 0 key on the keypad. It's on the bottom left hand corner. It says stereo settings. If you click on those, you'll see it cycle through left, right, and both.
Left. Right and left. Okay, got
Yeah.
you.
So right now I have mine set on left for my channel 1, my primary channel. Now, if you want to set your additional to the right ear cup, you would hit plus to get back to your additional channel, and then you would hit your stereo settings, and you'll see again on the bottom right corner it says additional right only. If you cycle through, so if you do that, your additional channel will be on your right ear cup, and your primary comm will be on your left ear cup. Now, if you look on your screen, if you leave it on A2 on your screen, you will receive A2, through your ears. So after you've done all your adjusting, bring it back to your primary channel, right? And then you can test it left and right. So if somebody has adjusted their ear cups to your left and right for left primary, right additional, you can test it right now. Hit your additional push to talk, and you should hear, or somebody else should hear, additional comms going through the right ear cup if they set it up correctly.
Radio check on channel 2.
I got you on my right. So again, that's like radio basics 101, right? As far as the physical usage of the in-game radios. Does anyone have any
So that
questions?
means you can hear both. Like if someone is talking on fucking 96 and then someone else is talking on fucking 69, you can hear one on the right, one on the other on the left, right?
Correct. And in that way that you'll know, hey, it's coming from my right ear cup, it's channel 96. If it's coming from my left ear cup, it's channel 69.
For example, if like team A is on fucking left ear, which is 69, I can hear them, and then vice versa for Bravo.
Correct.
So.
And using our comms protocol, it'd be like Bravo 1, this is Bravo 2 on channel 1, or on whatever, right? So they'll know who they're trying to reach out to, and you'll know that they're trying to reach out to who on what channel. Because sometimes you have guys on multiple channels. We had guys that were JTACs in our unit that were running 4 radios, and it helps, right, to identify who you're talking to, obviously, which we have to do, but also identifying the radio channel, just to make sure that they're trying to reach the right people on the right jobs. Is everyone good to go on the radios?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, for the basic, for the basic bitch radio stuff, that's pretty much all we'll need. Team leaders, commanders, GFCs, etc., like that, are gonna run multiple radios, long range, whatever. There's also in-vehicle radios, in aircraft, PA systems, things like that. They're gonna run slightly differently. I don't know if I'm sure the rotary craft have the in bird PA systems. That's gonna be as simple as like plugging in your headset as you guys would do in real life into the bird itself, and then you have like a PA system where you can talk to each other in the bird, provided everyone's clicked into the right channel. But as far as on the ground, this is basic bitch radio stuff. You won't have to do too much more than that. And like I said, RTOs, squad leaders, etc., will have long range radios, which essentially function the same exact way. Just the keyboard, the key layout's gonna be slightly different, but everything else, functionality wise, is the same. Left, right, middle channels, multiple additional channels, etc., etc., etc. All good.
Makes sense.
And we can continue to fuck around with it while we're doing our training as we spread the guys out, just to make sure that you guys are comfortable with your radios. And there's really no other reason not to run the 152s. So when you save your loadouts, you can save them in your kits. I don't think the server config is set to save the channels. I know you can preset the channels in the server config on some things, but it's not that hard to just change the channel quickly on the fly. But that's pretty much it.
Card. Well, we should just do it right away.
Yeah, exactly. One additional thing, for some reason, if you don't feel like hitting Control P to bring up your radio, you can access your radio using the ACE Self Interact system. So if you hit your ACE Self Interact key, you'll see radio as one of the options in your radio menu. You can literally hover over that, go to your Prick 152, and then you can either click on the radio, which will bring up the actual interface again, or you can change some minor things like your audio channels, like left, right, middle, using the in-game or in ACE settings, or you can just again hit the ACE menu key and it'll bring up the radio that way. I don't know why you would never not hit Control P, but if for some reason you can't hit those keys, you can do it through your ACE Interact.
Can't you just double click it in the inventory too?
I've never tried, but probably.
I think so. I mean, and it's a hard maybe. I'm gonna go with that. I think you can.
It doesn't seem to work.
No.
Hey,
I got a
just
question.
so when so do I.
One at a time, hold up.
When it comes to lower headset, what does that actually mean? Like, does that mean like lowering the volume?
Yeah, it's
Yes and no.
it kind of, it's, so think of your headset as the boom mic. Like if you're running like Compact 3s, it's like lifting and lowering the fucking boom mic on your headset.
So it is talking about the mic. It's talking about the mic.
Yes.
I thought it was also both the ear cups as well. Like it's like you're taking it off and on your head itself, so you can actually kind of hear it, but it's not crystal clear.
I personally have never found a use for it. So I would just not even bother with it. Yeah. There is a way to change your in-game yelling volume, which is Control T or Tab. Yeah, I mean I have it Control Tab. Sorry.
Is it Tab?
It's Control Tab.
It's Control Tab. Yeah. So that is the volume of your voice. Okay, in local chat or local speaking. It's got 3 volumes: low, middle, high. Again,
normal, yell.
Right, yeah, exactly. So whispering is obviously we're doing like clandestine types ops, and we don't want the AI to hear us, which you can set the AI to hear you in game. You want to be whispering. The whispering doesn't affect the volume of your voice over the radio. So again, if you are doing a night op and you want to be clandestine, you want to be whispering, but you can still talk on your radio at normal volume. It just will prevent your voice from carrying too far for the AI to hear you. Regardless of what your volume is, your radio volume stays whatever it is, right? So even if you're set to whispering, your radio volume will not change. People will still hear you just as you would. It only changes the distance that people can hear you from in local talk and local speaking. Make sense? So if you hit Control Tab right now, or Tab, whatever it is for you guys, you'll see the 3 states. It has a nice little icon that shows the 3 different states. Just
the helmet, yeah.
And that's something, honestly, that is critical for monitoring. We've had operations in my previous unit where guys were yelling and it alerted the AI. And you don't want to be, having an operation and having your teammates having a fucking conversation about something stupid like non-bread, and they can hear it from half a mile away. That's just the inside joke with me and Aaron. Yeah, so that's your in-game speaking volume in local speaking, and then your microphone is different, right? The volume of your headset that I showed you that you can change with the little dial, that is going to be the incoming audio, not the outgoing. So if it's just too loud in your ear cup, then obviously you can change the volume of it. Again, that is not going to be affected.
Where can you do that?
If you hit your Control P, the little dial at the top, left
Okay,
mouse
gotcha,
brings it down, right mouse increases.
Gotcha. All right.
So that's it for radio. Somebody else over here had a question.
Where are you finding the keybinds for the radios at?
All right, so hit escape. Hit escape. Go to configure. Go to controls. On the bottom middle, you'll see configure add-ons. You want to hit that, and then at the top where it says add-on, you want to scroll that down to TFAR, TFAR.
Oh, I got you.
And then from there, you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom. You'll see SR for short range and LR for long range. For the keybinds, in the keybinds, you'll find other keybinds for like changing the left to right stereo keys. You can set all that stuff up in there if you want. If you want to keep it simple, stupid, just do it using the radio interface itself. Arma has a lot of keybinds. The less keybinds I recommend, the better. Unless you're comfortable with having 1,000 keybinds. For the guys that have played Arma for a long time, they are. But if you want to keep it simple, stupid, just do everything as much as you can through the actual radio interface on screen.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Any other questions about the radios?
No.
All right. The other big one's going to be Ace Medical. Okay. Ace Medical is pretty involved as far as a game goes. Most of the standard practices for March apply. So if you know the acronym, major hemorrhage, airway respiration, fucking circulation, and hypothermia, head injuries, will apply in Arma. Meaning, if someone gets shot, you're going to ACE interact on them, and there's a whole triage system, and you can check their airway, you can clear their airway, you can stop bleeding, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? So, we're gonna. Did somebody disconnect or somebody actually get shot over there?
There was a disconnect.
Okay. So for those of you, is everyone familiar with the acronym MARCH?
Yep.
Okay. So in Arma, the same thing applies just like anything else, right? The number one killer is going to be bleeding, right? So if someone gets shot, you're gonna see the types of wounds they have, and I'll go through it to rudimentary, and then we'll go through the actual in detail as we actually treat people. You're gonna have a bunch of different types of injuries, avulsions, puncture wounds, abrasions, blah 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 blah. Right. So there's a whole scale of different wounds. There's a chart that we can put up, and there's documentation for this system that we'll put up as well, so that guys can train with it. Basically, you're gonna have the major types of wounds are obviously going to be velocity wounds or puncture wounds from gunshots, and it'll tell you how much blood they've lost, or not the exact amount, but like major blood loss, critical blood loss, blah 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 blah, right? And it is all time sensitive, so obviously the longer someone's been shot, the more blood they've lost, and you're gonna have to recoup their fluids, right? So the system is designed around a bunch of different medical bandages that treat things at a different efficiency rate, right? And how well they treat, how long those bandages will stay on, right? So you have, basic elastic bandages like compression bandages. You have packing bandages. You have chest seals. You have a bunch of other stuff. Guys that have been in the military and anyone that's done any kind of medical training, Snake is a corpsman, so he can go into these in a lot more detail. But in terms of in-game stuff, that scale is pretty much the way that the in-game handles it. So if you have a high velocity wound from a bullet wound, it'll either be a high velocity or a puncture wound. Puncture wounds can happen from like grenades, shrapnel, things of that nature. So you're going to basically triage the person. You're going to use the right type of bandage for the type of injury, right? So if they have a high velocity wound versus an abrasion, you're not going to use a packing bandage for an abrasion, right? The reason why that is the type of bandage you use is critical because it is more efficient at the speed at which you treat that person and how long that bandage stays on that person, right? meaning if you use an elastic bandage on a puncture wound, it may take you a while. You may be able to use it quickly, meaning you'll wrap it quickly around their arm or something, but it'll be inefficient and it'll fall off quickly and they'll start bleeding again, right? So that's why it's critical for the type of wound that we have that you use the correct bandage. Now, the differences in efficiencies on some bandages are a couple percentage points. And there's also sewing kits, and there's also other things that can aid in the stoppage of bleeding, like coagulating agents. There's also
Can I stop you for a second?
yeah, please.
Okay, so in this server, medics are actually very important. Medics have doctor perms. Team leaders have medic perms. Everyone else is just a regular fucking guy. If you're a shooter and someone gets wounded, your job is to slap tourniquets on them
Yep.
and call the medic over. Medics are going to do medic shit in this unit. So don't think you're just going to go and pack a guy and be fine.
Yep.
So, that being said, you need to know like basic medical stuff so that your dude next to you doesn't bleed out. What we're going to do is you're going to win the fight, slap tourniquets on, call a medic, and get that guy moved to a place where the medic can actually work on him. Another thing we're going to do in this unit is we actually have a medevac system set up. If you look over there, there's an ambulance. If you get them to the ambulance alive, there's a process that only medics can do to get them a full heal. So if all your medics die and you get shot, you're probably going to die out there. So if you need to abort because you cannot medically treat your people, that's something you're going to have to consider here. Medics actually matter in this unit. Thanks.
Yep. And to what like Pat said, my dumbass forgot to cover tourniquets. So TQs are a thing. You obviously can only TQ appendages. I guess you could probably TQ someone's neck in real life, but I don't know why you would want to unless you really didn't like that person. So generally speaking, for example, in Gold Squad, we carried 4 TQs and we carried 4 splints. Splints are a thing. If you take a high velocity injury to a leg, for example, you can fracture your leg, in which case you would have to TQ the leg and put a splint on in order to stabilize that person. In certain instances, the medics and the docs or whatever in the unit will only be able to bring that person back to a fighting level using splints. So, for example, if I just put a TQ on you and you still have a fracture, you would essentially be limping for the rest of the round, and you could probably still potentially bleed out. So splints are a thing, TQs are a thing. Make sure you carry TQs. An important thing to note, the way the asymmetrical system in Arma is designed, whoever is treating you is using your medical equipment first, right? So if you don't have TQs on you, they're forced to use their own TQs, and if they're a medic, then they're using TQs on you that you should have on your person as part of your IFAC, and therefore they don't have any to treat other people. Okay, so remember that and realize that everyone should be carrying a basic IFAC to treat themselves. We don't have. I don't know if we haven't designed the TTPs yet for medical, and usage. I personally wouldn't expect people to be carrying a bunch of higher end medical stuff like blood bags, plasma, fucking injectables, things like that. Maybe morphine in your IFAC. That's what
unless you're a medic, the only medical you're gonna have on you is just one IFAC. And so if whoever doesn't have an IFAC, I have one on me, right? So I have 8 elastic bandages, 4 tourniquets, 6 packing bandages, 3 quick clots, painkillers, a couple chest seals, and that's about it. So that's pretty much all you have in a tourniquet. And so if you get hurt, that's gonna get used on you, right? But once if you're hurt so bad that your shit gets exhausted, then the medics will start using their shit. But they'll have more like 20 elastic bandages and 20 packing bandages and 10 chest seals and 10 extra tourniquets. They'll have a lot of extra shit. You also have 2 morphines on you, but the medics will have morphine and epinephrine and all that shit. Booty, who's not here right now, he is the chief medical officer. He's an active duty Marine, and so with my help, he's gonna come up with a medic loadout and all that shit, and we'll come up with the medic TTPs. But basically, if you're not a medic, the only thing you're going to be doing, so if somebody goes down, so the only part of March that you're going to be doing, unless a medic snags you and needs help, right, which is why you guys need to know how to go through the whole system, is because the medics may need your help, right, if they're hurt that bad. is putting on tourniquets. So the only thing you should be doing is putting on tourniquets and getting them to the X, getting them off the X, right? And then the medics will come over and start doing all the advanced shit. So as far
Perfect.
as like you guys go, it's just gonna be, but even like so even if they have like a splint, right? You're not gonna put on a tourniquet and then splint their shit and then move them. You're just gonna fucking move them, right? And if their leg gets injured more because of a fracture, then the medic will take care of it, right? Your main
So
concern
stop the
is,
bleeding
like,
and then get him to a medic.
yeah, it's like your main concern is like Hate said, right? Winning the gunfight and then fucking putting on tourniquets and then getting them out of there. If they don't need any tourniquets, then you don't put any tourniquets, right? You don't. If they're bleeding from their chest, you're not gonna sit there and put on a chest seal, right? You're just gonna fucking pick them up and take them behind cover and let the medic do the rest of it.
Yeah. So
Well, then in that case, I know how to do the medical then for this.
Well, you need to know how to do more than just put on tourniquets because
I know,
if the
I'm
medic
just
goes
saying.
down, guess who treats the medic? Y'all do,
Yeah.
right? So
yeah, so there needs to be, you know, Snake said it perfectly. There needs to be a rudimentary understanding of the medical system. But again, that's why we have medics, per what Pat said. We're gonna be using TCCC for the guys that, you know, trauma, combat, casualty care. The number one tenet of TCCC is what? Secure the area, right? So if you come across somebody who's bleeding out or whatever, TQ them real quick. Your job is not to be a medic at that point. Your job is to secure whoever shot him, right, until the medic can get there or until you can get that person clear. So if you come across a teammate who's bleeding out, who's unconscious, whatever, do a quick triage, TQ what you can, win the fight, call in the medics or see if there's been a CCP established or whatever. But your primary responsibility is to secure the person and yourself in that scenario. It does no good to have somebody who doesn't know medical trying to treat somebody and then get shot in the back, right? So TCCC is going to be applicable in Arma for sure. You guys have done it in Forger, I'm sure. And basic medical, obviously, stop the bleeding and, you know, contact the medic. And if the person is the medic, then hopefully you've retained enough information or have someone else around you who has a higher level of knowledge of the medical that can assist. Also, Snake, somebody in chat said, shoot you first. It's from Boot. I don't know who that is or what that means, but that's it. As far as, like I said, the advanced stuff, maybe we don't need to cover that tonight, the injectables and all that stuff, but we will cover at least the idea of airway management and the different bandage types. And then the injectables will be for unconscious people, getting them back up, et cetera, et cetera. Does that sound good, Snake? As far as medical stuff goes?
Exactly.
Muted.
Okay. All right.
can y'all hear me? It's yeah. All right. So as long as they're tracking how to slap on a tourniquet and like how to fucking do the basic like manage an airway, that should be good enough for tonight. Because so I would even go as far as to say like once you get them to cover, like if the medic's not there, the least you can do is check and make sure they're breathing, right? And so like depending on where they get hit, they're gonna have, because of Ace Medical, they're gonna have, or Cat Medical or whatever, they're gonna have obstructions in their mouth, so they're not breathing. And literally all you gotta do is remove the obstruction, and they'll breathe. And like it's just a simple, you click on their head, you click on the treatments or whatever, and and it'll just
Turn
go
his
through
head
the
side
motions,
to
look
side,
like you're
right?
clearing their airway, and then on the right side of the screen it'll tell
Yeah,
you if
there's-
the airway is clear or whatever.
Yeah, we'll go over it. We'll go over it when we actually do it. There's turn the head, there's finger sweep, and then there's also airway apparatus, nasopharyngeal tubes, et cetera, et cetera. So, what we can do.
I've got a guy over here behind you. Switch to shoot up whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do is the nice thing about the Ace Medical is everyone can interact with the person at the same time. And so when we shoot this individual test dummy and he goes down, everyone needs to Ace interact, right? So there's the Ace interact, which is external, and self interact, which is internal. You need to Ace interact with the body and bring up the medical system. There is a keybind, and I highly recommend everyone find this keybind, and we'll go over it, that will allow you to open the medical menu immediately when you approach a body, right? There's lots of keybinds like that, which we can go through if you're not familiar with Ace. Things like, immediately zip tie people, et cetera, et cetera. But there is a keybind. Actually, let's do it right now.
Mine is auto H.
Yeah, it should be H by default. Again, I don't know what the default keybinds are, but when you're going to treat someone, there's also a setting that will allow you to return to the Ace Medical menu upon treating someone. I think by default, it kicks you out of the menu, and then you have to constantly re-interact with the person. There's very few instances where you're doing one thing and nothing else. So I would recommend changing that setting in Ace Medical to stay in the menu after you've interacted with somebody. Actually, we'll go to that right now. So if you hit escape, go to configure, add-on options. Controls, and then configure add-ons. It should be under Ace Common. No, wait, what is it under?
Ace Medical or Medical Interface?
It's under.
What are you trying to do, Switch?
It's the setting that forces you to stay in the medical menu after you've interacted with someone.
Has to be then in add-on options.
Is it under add-ons? Oh, let me find it.
It's add-on options. Ace Medical Interface.
There you go. So instead of going to configure controls, go to configure and then add-on options. Go down to Ace Medical under client.
Under GUI, reopen medical menu.
There you go. And so what that's going to do, guys, is when you're treating someone, if you don't have that selected, every time you do something like check pulse or apply a bandage, it'll kick you out of the menu, and then you have to go back in, which is annoying when you're treating someone. So change that setting in your Ace Medical settings, and that way when you're treating someone, it'll keep you in the menu until you hit escape, which is when you know you'll be done, or if a medic comes over and tells you hold security or whatever.
It's the reopen medical menu setting.
Reopen medical menu?
Yeah.
It's already checked for me.
Okay, good.
Good.
All right. So Snake is going to shoot this individual, and then you want to just do a basic, like shoot him in the leg a bunch of times so he doesn't die right away.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone get over by this individual after Snake shoots him, and I want you to Ace interact with the individual with using your medical key. Oh, hey, Doc's here. Perfect. By the way, Andreas here his name is Doc because he was our team medic, and the dude knows more about the Ace and Cat medical system than pretty much anyone I know, so he was a perfect resource. Is he invincible?
Oh, man. This dude's gonna fucking
There he goes. All right, everyone Ace interact with the gentleman on the ground.
That guy's so fucked.
I'm gonna TK this dude before he fucking dies.
A lot of blood.
Yeah, TK him. TQ him rather.
11 large velocity wounds. God damn. He did not want to go down.
Also, if you haven't checked out Mark 255, you should, by the way. So, just a little self-plug there.
Oh, yeah. Fully made of the ammo mod we use.
All right, is everyone in the...
If you want all your guys to look like this.
Is everyone in the medical system? So if you don't use the keybind that I was talking about, if you Ace interact with them, you'll see they're different parts of the body. You can treat specific parts of their body. It's better and faster to just go into the medical system.
I threw a flashbang already, my bad.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Is everyone looking at the medical menu for Haroon Kibo?
Yep.
Okay. So if you look at his legs right now, right, and the way that it's faced is obviously his face is facing you. So his left arm on screen is his left on your screen is his right arm in real life or in game, right? So his right leg is currently blue and it has a blue band on it. Anyone guess what that blue band is? It is the tourniquet. So
Tourniquet.
So
anymore. I can't access it.
oh, is he dead?
Yeah,
he's dead.
Okay, I'm still in the.
When I checked it.
He's
All right,
not
let's-
dead. He just, with enough treatment, he'll come back.
Okay.
He's not dead,
Got a
so
heart
you'll...
attack.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, I just hit load patient. My bad. Fuck.
Yeah, the medics are
Yeah,
doctors.
fucking Thanos snapped.
The team leaders are medics.
So if you have somebody on the ground that's injured, right, and it says no heart rate, that doesn't mean they're gone and they can't come back.
No.
right? Like they can still come back. So see how he still has his gun in his hand?
Yeah.
When he's dead, like his body will like flop around like a fish, and his fucking gun will fly away
Yeah.
from his hand. Like
So-
you'll know when he's dead.
And then click response.
Yeah, and you can do that. The response thing is the best way, the definitive way to check to see if he's. All right,
Now,
so
if we're going, So somebody already splinted him, right? Which is wrong, right? So so the tourniquets are on, right? So then we would move him back to cover, right? So we're going by the March E acronym, right? So the very next thing the medic would do was you're going to click on his head, and you're going to click on airway management, which is the body with the the little head, shoulders with the lungs in it, right? And you're going to check his airway. So it'll flip him over like that, right? And then you'll see you'll see like at the very bottom, snake checked airway, no obstructed, not obstructed, occluded, right? Which means his airway is open. Okay. And then, so so if his airway is damaged, then you would treat it, right? And then you would move on to the respirations portion, right? Which would be his breathing. So that you're going to check his breathing. Right. Noted, check breathing, none, right? So at that point, if you want to keep him alive, somebody would have to start CPR, right? And to do that, you click on his chest, and then you click on advanced treatments, and it'll say right there CPR. So somebody do that and start doing CPR. All right, and so CPR is continuous, right? So every couple minutes or so, the medic should have you stop, and then they're going to reassess his pulse and all that shit, right? But also, so now, just because he's not breathing doesn't mean you stop treating him, right? Like, he doesn't stop at CPR. You can still go to his chest and go and say inspect his chest, right? So you'll look at his chest to see if he has any injuries on his chest, which obviously he doesn't, right? Because his chest is a plain color, right? So it'll say torso, no injuries on this body part. But if he had like a penetrating wound or a velocity wound on his chest, then you would hit where it says inspect chest. Under that, you can see chest seal, right? And then you would apply a chest seal. And then fucking once that's done, you do what's called the H stands for head injuries and hypothermia, right? So you would treat head injuries at this point. So if he has like a velocity wound in his head or an abrasion or an avulsion or whatever, right? You would treat that. And then the last part of it is extraction, right? So that's when you would go for your extraction. Generally, if you know it's going to be a bad patient, you would want to get the extraction started anyway, because you know he's going to go away, right? But during this time, also, like somebody can be starting an IV on him, right? If the medic's here, you click on the medication icon, which is the pill bottle with the cross, right? And like depending on what you have, so like for IFACs, we have painkillers, right? So you give a painkillers, the medic would give him morphine. Since he doesn't have a pulse, right, then you would be giving him fucking epinephrine and all that shit, right? All that good stuff. So it all just depends on your level of knowledge and what you have on you as to what treatments you can give him. But for the most part for y'all, right, it's just going to be tourniquets and bandages. So you can see, oh look, and now he's alive. Look at that.
So don't come out of the medical menu. I want to just backtrack. Snake obviously covered everything on this specific patient from A to Z. On the medical menu, when you have the medical menu up and you have the little physical representation of the individual, each of the body parts are selectable, and each one will have procedurally generated based on their injuries options that you can do to them, right? Or medical interventions that you can do to them based on their body part. Chest seals can obviously be put on the chest. Intubation can obviously only be done on the head. So like he said, if you want to check the airway, you can't be clicking on the torso and then looking for an option to check the airway, because you won't have one. It'll be grayed out, right? You have to be selected on the head. And if you select the head and you see examine patient, you'll see the option for check pulse response, check dog tags. If you click on the arm or if you click on the leg and there's an injury there, you'll see, again, situationally dependent options for that body part and that specific injury. On the right side of the screen, for example, if everyone is in the medical menu right now, click on the individual's left leg, which is red, which means it's still bleeding and hasn't been treated. You'll see left leg. You'll see on the right side in the overview, lost some blood, is in pain. Left leg tourniquet, orange, has been applied. The individual has 3 times large velocity wounds and 7 times large avulsions. When those injuries are treated, they will be marked with a I think it's an S or an A. I forget what is it, Doc?
They disappear, don't they?
No, you'll get a little letter in brackets that tells you it's been treated. But the other way to tell it's been treated.
I don't know what the settings are presently.
Okay.
It's setting dependent.
The other way to tell is obviously if the injured body part goes blue, that means it's been completely healed. The darker the red, the worse the injury. It'll start to fade as you treat certain things until it goes light blue or dark blue, meaning that it's been treated. So again, make sure that you are clicking on body parts when you are going to check things, right? So if you see someone's bleeding from their leg, you don't want to be clicking on the arm and being like, why is an injury coming up? You need to make sure you click on the leg, and then you need to make sure you apply TQ to that leg. If you are on the arm and you apply TQ, it will apply it to the arm. So where you treat the person as far as their physical location on their body is important. If you want to check the airway, you can only do so by clicking on their head and hitting examine, in which case you'll get those options. Checking the pulse, again, you can do that from essentially anywhere, but we generally check the pulse on the arm or the carotid artery on the neck. So those are going to be your two fastest places to do it. Also, if you have a TQ on and you're trying, well, I don't want to go too much into advanced medical, but a lot of it's common sense. If someone's got a TQ on and you're trying to do injectables into them, like an IV or something, the TQ is obviously going to obstruct that from happening. So you want to understand some of that stuff as you're doing it. But the key things that we need as basic combat medicine, if you will, the basic stuff is understanding which body part is injured visually by looking at it, making sure that you're clicking on it, making sure you're triaging it properly, and putting on the tourniquet and the appropriate bandages based on the injury types shown in the overview. The medication, the advanced treatments, things like that, surgery, those are going to be reserved to the medics, but icons are at the top. And you'll see that depending on what part of the body you've selected, certain icons will go gray and certain icons will be available. Again, that's important to understand when you go to do things like apply bandages to certain injuries or apply TQs to certain body parts. The last icon of the individual carrying somebody is the in-menu way of picking up somebody or dragging them to safety. So if you wanted to quickly do it without having to jump out of your menu, let's say you've stabilized somebody, you put a TQ on, you have security in place, and you personally are being told to say drag that person or carry that person to a CCP by the medic, then you can quickly do it from there. The other thing to note, even for basic medical stuff, is the activity log and the quick view, which Snake addressed as he was going through it quickly. The activity log will tell you quickly what's been done to the person. I've always enforced in training a good habit of speaking out loud while you're doing things. One, because the person who is on the ground may be conscious and can hear you, right? And if you've pumped him full of drugs and you have to walk away, right, he can say to the next person or the medic or the doc that came over and say, hey, Switch just gave me 2 shots of morphine. I don't need anything else. Or Switch did this, right? Because he can relay that information. So as a good habit, when we are treating people, even in a basic sense, talk to the person. One, it helps, in real life, it would be something that you would say like, hey, stay with me, stay with me, no, et cetera, et cetera. But I'd be like, hey, doc, I'm putting a TQ on your right leg. Stay with me. I'm going to put a bandage on. You've got a bullet wound to your right leg, blah, blah, blah. So that way, when doc is being treated by the next person, he can say, Switch put a TQ on my right leg about 20 minutes ago. In real life, you would write the time, right, et cetera, et cetera. But you could say, I've got 2 bullet wounds in my right leg. Switch put a TQ on. He put a packing bandage, whatever the case might be. Use it as a good habit of speaking out loud as you're treating people, not only for the person who's injured, but the people around you in case somebody has to take over. And it's also a good practice for yourself because it helps keep you track of what you're doing without having to visually look at it. Make sense?
Yep.
All right.
So if y'all open the medical menu real quick, right, you'll see both of his legs are blue and the tourniquets are gone, right? So once you get his legs blue, like take the tourniquet off because they will be in pain and they'll keep grunting, and as long as you leave those tourniquets on, they'll keep grunting and they'll keep being in pain, right? But there was 11 different wounds, 6 so many high velocity wounds and so many avulsions, right? So every time you close a wound, so it might take 2 bandages for a large avulsion, right? So you close it and it'll still say 6, but then you put another one on and it'll go down to 5, and it'll count down until you get to 0. And then when there's no longer any avulsions left or whatever, then you can start putting in packing draws for the high velocity wounds, right? And then it'll all tick down, and then once it's all gone, it'll turn blue like it is now. And then you can fucking once it turns blue, leave the tourniquets on until it turns blue. Once it turns blue, then you can fucking take the tourniquets off. But that's more of a medic thing than y'all anyway. But still.
And one thing,
I think
like
medics are really spun up on this stuff. The one thing they don't know about is the medevac truck, specifically the ambulance and how that works. So essentially, if you get someone stable and you get them to the truck, the medics can hold the enter key for 30 seconds and it'll get you a full heal and you get reinserted right back in. So I'd like to show that. So Snake, if you just want to like shoot me until I'm unconscious, you guys get me back up, get me in the truck, and a medic, whoever's in a mic slot, has to do this. And we can go over carrying and loading in vehicles, and the medic. So like get far away so you can't just load me straight into the truck.
hey Pat, make sure you're on yelling.
let's go over here.
All right, everybody, follow Snake.
Do you use medical supplies? Go get more. Wait, where'd he go? I lost the.
He's right here.
Okay.
Now, see how he's holding on to his gun is still next to him, right? Oh, he might have gotten. No, he's good. Go. Get going.
He's still twitching. All right, start treating him.
Blind target to left arm.
I got the airway. Suction in progress, dropping tube shortly.
Alright, I'm packing his arm.
Checking the chest.
Chest seal to the chest, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I don't
Seal
have
chest
chest
now.
seals.
That screen popped up again, the timer that pops me out of the minute.
Alright, seal applied.
Bilat lung sounds.
Wait.
Alright, left arm is good.
Good
Is
check.
it good?
Rising full of the chest.
The bleeding has stopped. He still has a fracture.
His chest is still bleeding.
Okay, so remember that. So if he's still fractured, right? Don't say his arm is good, right? Just say bleeding has stopped.
Back in the chest.
Because you don't want them to think that he's good, and then y'all miss it. I mean, obviously it's there right on the screen, but if you got a lot of dudes, and you're not paying attention, you might miss it.
Dropping to 16 in his right arm.
All bleeding stopped.
All right, is anyone monitoring his vitals?
Going to the monitor now, because I can.
He's lost a lot of blood.
Joint pulse.
What's cyanosis?
His lips
Got
are
a
turning
strong
blue and
heart
shit.
rate.
It means he's turning blue because he's not breathing.
Yeah.
His vitals are through the roof.
But if it's his arm is severe cyanosis, which means it's not getting blood because of the tourniquet. And if he's not
Blue.
bleeding anymore, does he need that tourniquet anymore?
Oh, so you can remove it. I'll remove it.
Right. So y'all have done all the life sustaining shit, right? The chest seal, the stopping the bleeding is done, right? So the minor things y'all can start doing now. So like somebody can just fucking take off his tourniquet because it's not necessary, right?
I took it off.
And then so he's breathing normal and his heart rate's strong, right? So he's stable. So now if you're not a medic with meds, there's not a whole lot you can do, right? So at this point he needs blood, so he has an IV, right? So the medic would give him blood through the IV.
Hey, Electric,
right?
thanks for the follow.
If you don't,
Sorry, I was in
you don't have,
deep medical
so the
training.
universal blood is O negative, right?
O
I
negative,
believe.
yeah.
So as long as if all you have is O negative, you can give it to them. But if you click on their head and then go to the examined patient, you can see where it says check dog tags.
It'll tell you the
check
blood
his
type.
dog tags, and it'll tell you. It'll show up on the right side of your screen. It'll give you their
They
name
neg.
and their blood type.
Good A neg blood type.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone here is a medic and has blood, but that's essentially what. So he needs blood and he needs meds, right? So he would need epinephrine. Epinephrine will help lift him
You'll
up,
fucking kill
right?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
don't get
heart rate
crazy
is too
with
high
it.
and his BP is tanking.
So he needs blood. So whoever has blood, if nobody has blood.
Do I have blood on me?
What is drain fluid?
I have O negative on me. I'll put him in.
I'm giving him blood right now.
Okay.
Got a liter of saline going into. I don't think the kidney settings are on, so it shouldn't matter.
blood pressure and pulse is normal now. So
we can now move him to the ambo, can't we?
yeah, you can move him to the ambulance now. I want to so real quick though. So if you click on his head, right, and let's see, where is it? So you can check his response, and it'll tell you. Where does it? It'll tell you what his response like. If it'll say he's live, breathing, whatever, but he's not responsive. And then you can go to what's the other one?
Responsive, alive.
Oh, so he needs a needle decompression. So if you see needle decompression, then that means he's got a not a sucking chest wound, but a
pneumothorax.
Thorax, right? So you'll fucking put a needle in his chest to relieve that.
So you'll see if you click on his torso and then go to airway management, you'll get needle decompression as an option if you have the proper setup.
If you go to his head, right, and you click reorient patient, you slap him. And now look, see, I slapped
now
him
he's
awake.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So now
come clean.
So now, as the medic, you would take him you can't carry him anymore, right? Because he's awake. So you would just have him walk with you, and get him in the truck, and then you would get in the truck with him. So everybody come this way.
I think I would be scared shitless if I heard everybody talking.
Imagine getting woken up by some big fucking dude slapping you in the face. You're like, oh shit, I just got shot a bunch of times, and the first thing you wake up to is getting slapped.
That's honestly painful.
That's life. Get used to that shit.
So now he'll get in the back of the truck, and then I'll get in the truck.
I didn't even see that other guy in there before. Holy crap.
And then once you get in the truck, you'll see a little medical symbol, and it'll say hold enter to heal wound. So if anybody else that has medical perms can get in, they should be able to see it too. And then you just hold it. You just gotta sit there and hold it. It takes about 30 seconds.
So, question with the bandages, right? You said they all do different things better, right?
Correct.
And he's healed.
Now, if he goes down and we have to just put a bandage on him, will like a regular bandage? Yeah, I know, but will it at least work a little bit? Will it like prolong?
Yeah.
Yes, any bandage will work, but it would be like putting a band-aid on a sucking chest wound, right? You would have to put 17,000 band-aids to help.
Yeah.
So if that's all you got, that's all you got, right? But once, right, but that's why it's if you get into slightly more advanced medical information, having the right kind of bandages and applying the right type of wounds will sustain them faster and more efficiently. But in a pinch, like we said, TQ the person, and then if you don't understand the bandages yet, just slap the biggest bandage that you have on them. Depending on the wound, right? So if you know if they've been shot up, you're not gonna throw a bunch of basic bandages on them. You want to probably throw at least a packing or an elastic at the minimum. If they just got scratched up or fell down and got a boo boo, then just a basic bandage will be fine, right?
With a basic boo boo, someone wouldn't do that to you, right? You could do that.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like you can get you can get abrasions and you can't treat yourself. But yeah, I was just using that as an example of bandage types.
Pull it out myself.
So if we're in a firefight and you get injured and you're conscious, you should be treating yourself.
Yes.
Right? The words medic should not come out of your mouth. Like, you should be treating yourself. And then once the firefight is over, when it comes to like if you need blood or fluids or fucking morphine or whatever things that you don't have, then you can let the medic know, and the medic will come over and do the rest, right? But like, even in a firefight, if you have like 3 avulsions in your leg, right, you're just gonna slap a tourniquet on it and keep fighting until the firefight's over. And then once it's over, you'll get into the more advanced shit where you're actually bandaging the individual wounds.
There you go.
Okay, let's do that one more time, but I want you to carry me, and just to make sure everyone knows what carrying and loading in a vehicle looks like.
Okay, I was showing them the reorient. I didn't expect it to actually wake you up that fast, but Yeah, I'm never gonna carry you.
Fine.
But I slapped the shit out of you apparently.
Yeah, you did. And everyone can see that I actually have no injuries now because the fucking truck works. But I'm gonna run over there so that you guys actually move me.
Shoot him.
There, go ahead.
Fucking Terminator.
Shit.
Alright, I'll get his
working with
leg.
the chest.
You got a chest injury, I can't fix that. Someone needs to put a fucking
Find a tourniquet to his leg.
Chest seal.
chest seal.
Tourniquet in the leg.
Chicken airway. Suction
Backing.
needed. Do I have?
I got it.
Somebody got an Activac?
Yeah, working on it.
Who's sipping a drink?
Yeah, he has no.
That's the airway suction working.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm applying packing bandages to his torso.
I'm working on the legs, packing.
I'm gonna splint his leg.
Twilight, clear lungs.
Alright, so his leg's blue, but the red, that's a fracture, correct?
Yeah,
Correct.
Splinting.
Yeah.
Alright,
So the
bleeding
leg is blue because
stopped.
it stopped bleeding. The the
splinted.
bone was red because it wasn't
I'm gonna
splinted
remove
yet.
the tourniquet.
So
Okay.
all right. So now look. So So right now, right, he's not bleeding, right? Everything is blue. He's got a chest cell. He's got an airway in, so his airway is protected. So at this point, you can pick him up and take him to the truck. Like he doesn't need any more treatment that the truck can't give him. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, we stopped the bleeding. We did the
So
majority
now
of
you
it,
can
we
pick
just
him
need
up.
to
So
bring it
Ace interact with him and pick him up, or do it through the medical menu and pick him up. Anybody,
Picking them up now.
not drag, pick up. There you go. Perfect.
back. Like a zombie.
What the fuck?
Why do you, there he goes. It's just the animation glitching.
Oh. Oh.
All right, just
Try again.
When that happens.
I saw a video like this on YouTube of medics dropping people.
If you drag him, you can like.
just Ace interact and carry him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Also, blood will come back up to his throat if you fucking drag him sometimes. So be careful. It happened last night.
There we go.
Nope.
Oh,
Alright,
no.
Oh, he's
glitched.
gone. There he
He's
is.
glitched as fuck. Hold on. Let me Ace interact and see if that'll fix it.
I tried both menu and interact and it didn't like it. Could be a
So
weight
no,
thing,
he's
maybe like he's
he
too ready
died.
to carry or drag.
He's a big boy.
His
Why am I
icon is
dragging
green
him?
for carry.
I didn't
So
mean to drag him.
looks like somebody's got him.
No, I was dragging.
Glitches
Oh, for
right out
some
of his
reason.
hand.
All right, just hold on. Don't just hold on.
You die while we figure out how to drag you, okay?
Now it's not even letting me select him. So there he goes. All right. Carry. There it goes. Now it looks like it's more. Now it looks like it's working.
Yeah, the animation's actually synced.
Nope,
Nope.
it dropped.
Nope.
Live.
Just push him.
Do I need to go
Okay,
get the
if it's
truck?
not gonna work, I'm gonna bring him back up real quick.
Somebody get a litter.
Drop him.
We have those.
Don't we have a what's it called?
Yeah, I saw
I do not remember which one it is off the top of my head, but we have them.
Stretchers?
Yeah.
Hi guys. Did anyone think of maybe driving the ambulance closer?
Yeah, they
I
asked.
suggested that, but at that point he was like, I'm just gonna bring him up.
We were trying to troubleshoot why we couldn't pick you up.
It's probably because I'm sitting in a trailer in the Middle East right now.
Could be.
Shit,
Alright.
misclick.
Sully, you're a volunteer.
Okay.
See if it works on you.
Cool.
Can I shoot?
Oh, I almost died.
Doc was quick on that trigger. There's some animosity there.
Almost.
You better get to work.
Fix him.
Fucked him up
Working
for
on the
you.
leg.
Fucked him up good.
Yep.
Tourniquet on the leg.
He's not breathing.
He's not breathing. Oh fuck.
All right.
You can
So
apply.
we're gonna do this by the book,
Impressions?
right? So y'all tourniquet him. Now you're gonna move him to cover. Pick him up, move him to cover. Not to the vehicle, to the cover. Find cover somewhere and move in there.
Tower.
Let me pick him up, please.
Float. There we go.
There we go.
Alright, we'll call this red thing cover. Put him down right here. Not to the truck. Yep, alright. So now is when your medic will get involved, right? And you're gonna get into that more expansive
Packing
shit.
leg.
I got the airway.
In the chest.
And the whole fucking. When did they change the interface?
Attachable.
Pretty recently. He's awake. Somebody shoot him
awake?
again.
That's
Splitting
because
leg.
y'all were so cool, fast, and efficient.
Don't stand up.
What do you,
Please don't
what do you
stand
mean
up.
somebody shoot him again?
I'm taking the tourniquet off of you. Oh, I got a question. Where's Snake at?
Right here.
Ace works the exact same while flying, right? The H
I would
menu?
assume.
Pretty much, yeah.
To interact with
I would assume so. I don't know anything.
Alright,
about
I've already been shot a couple of times while flying, and I've been having issues trying to fix that because I didn't know if it was.
Yes, you can TQ yourself in midair.
Why
Okay,
can
great.
I not defibrillate you?
He doesn't
Would
need
not
to be
let me do
defibrillated.
that?
It's not going to give you an option for a treatment that they don't need. I mean, you can inject someone with 20 morphines and make them pass out, but that's only for shits and giggles on a Friday night.
So look, right now all he needs is an IV and some blood because he has some blood loss, right? So you're gonna give him an IV, you're gonna give him
I got
blood,
such pain. I'm full color though.
and then somebody, if they have it on them, can give him morphine.
Should I drain fluid?
I mean,
Where
you
do see
can,
this?
but it
Where do you
hurts a
see
lot.
drain fluid?
Uh-oh, I pressed it by accident. Oh no, I'm doing something.
Hit H, he'll
Also,
stop.
Don't forget.
Oh, I hit it. It's
you
too
can
late
just
now.
Put him in the truck.
As long as you didn't click drain fluid while you were holding his crotch.
Yeah, we're tracking, but I want them to do all the shit.
No, November.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Call the ambulance.
Alright.
You call 911. You get
At
the
this
AED.
point, I start screaming for a medic.
The scene is
What's
safe.
the number for
Gloves are on.
911?
All right, now
So
get your
he's
ass in
dying.
the truck. And
Get in the
let
truck.
Somebody else get in the truck and heal you, besides me.
I mean, we're all dying technically.
Oh my.
Can you return fire? Can you
Get in
move to
bitch
cover?
surgery.
Crawl to me.
Get in the truck, Sully.
Sully, get in the truck.
Get in
I
the
love
truck.
the MP stuff.
Get in the truck.
So nice.
Why do I have to get in the truck? I'm the one with broken legs.
Yeah.
Is your injured?
Your legs are fixed. For the most part.
Quick. Fastest fucking
Oh, look at
broken
him in
leg
there.
healed I've ever seen.
So how would one use the stretcher? I mean, just to know.
To see if
Oh,
his
dude,
legs
the first
require
person has you looking
surgery.
towards the cab. Not saying that this is a bug. It might be a feature.
Honestly, I've never used a litter. Never had to.
Yeah, look,
That's
that'll be a
dope.
big
I'm just
thing.
genuinely
Window
curious,
on the
'cause,
back,
like,
actually,
Yeah,
you know,
you're
filtration
not
better.
actually fine. Apparently,
So I have one.
people say
I
you're
have one in my
fine, you're not fine.
backpack. I just don't know how to
I
use
think
it.
your leg is like severely fucked up.
Oh.
We're gonna have to cut that thing off.
Oh, okay. Your leg is only minorly fucked up. Stand by.
What did I just do? Did I drop it?
Hey.
What did I just do?
Oh wow, the bullet casing can actually stay here.
Where'd it
What
go?
am I doing?
Did anybody treat the other guy? My Habibi's been sitting in there for a hot minute.
You got
So,
your-
BB, you be okay?
I don't know him. So whatever.
Oh,
Change
what was
this
that?
timer to 10 seconds.
That sound.
Honestly, I have a bunch of suggestions regarding the medical settings.
Okay. Get with Booty and Axe. Or sorry, Andriash.
Largely related to the turning off of narcotics from people that shouldn't have narcotics, so people can't accidentally kill themselves with drugs they don't know what they are.
Oh, I totally don't have ketamine on me right
I
now.
want to kill myself.
Yeah, but that's an Arma
Yeah,
pastime.
you have is
In the
two
inventory.
morphine in the IFAC, that's it.
Dude, stabbing people in helicopters with a bunch of morphine when they don't know is a Arma pastime.
Hey, what about
Kill myself
ketamine?
with
What about
morphine in real life? Why can't I do
about-
it in Arma?
Beat him with TXA.
Yeah, if they get caught sliving, getting stabbed full of morphine, that is on them.
You haven't had fun till you watch someone pass out without knowing it during a hot wash.
Alright, Sully, you good?
I'm still showing blue and. Maybe if I get out.
No.
You look pretty fucked up.
Oh.
All right, get back in the truck.
I got him.
Get in the van.
Oh well, I don't know how to use the fucking heck of it. Stretcher. Fuck it. Oh well.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Shoot pigs.
Where's Pix?
Wait, what? Huh?
Hey, Fix.
Whoa! Yeah. Not a- okay.
I understood what he said.
Die.
We understood the mission.
Okay, now he's quite good.
I'm good.
Fixed him.
I don't have the animation for the. Do I have the context?
Someone tourniqueting his leg.
Yeah, you do.
I'll get his right leg.
On his leg. I'm tourniqueting the leg.
Make sure you specify which leg.
Yeah.
Yep.
So whoever's
done.
putting in.
I'll tourniquet his right.
Before the tourniquets are on, that's not correct. And he's
Tourniquet
still
his right arm.
too.
There's like 5 people standing here. That's why I'm doing that.
Backing left
When I
leg.
say
That's what you do when you have 5
perspective
people on
of
one
what
patient.
You see on the screen, correct? Right leg is the right leg I'm seeing.
No,
Right is left, left is right.
you're seeing him facing you. So on your screen, the left leg on your screen is his right leg.
Hey, his head is blue. Hey, his head is blue.
Take it as
And
you're
you-
looking at him from the toes.
Yeah, and if you just hover over the body part, it'll tell you what you're looking at.
Analyzing
So
now.
if he's right-handed, it's
Stand
his right.
clear.
Stand clear.
Careful.
No
it's-
shock.
Who's using an AED?
He might clear you guys, the rest of you. So be careful.
Y'all need to slow down. Y'all need to chill out. All right, this isn't about everyone jumping in and just doing everything, right? It's about stabilizing him and getting him in the truck. That's it.
All right.
Nobody's treated the bleeding on his right leg except for the
I won't be
TQ.
That guy, but the truck is gone. Oh, no, it's over there.
My shit's fucking up. There we go.
There we go.
Everything on him is turning blue. Uh-oh. Run out of...
All right, so is he stable? Can he be moved?
Not just yet. Okay.
Trick question: do you feel any pain?
Alright, so we carry him now, right?
Is he?
Is he-
Would you move someone who's not breathing?
No.
He is breathing.
He don't look like he's breathing.
The monitor's on a tourniqueted arm.
Does he have a heart rate? Does he have a pulse?
Take the tourniquet off of him then. I'm gonna pick him up then.
I'm just asking general questions. Make you guys think through the algorithm.
Yep. Alright, I'm moving
Dang.
him.
Could stand up. Or do you have to be crouched for him to carry him?
Nah, that's just the animation.
Oh.
Speed. I'm fast.
So ace interact, load patient, and then get in the truck.
He's in there. He's in the truck. Someone that's a medic has to fix him because I can't.
Oh, who's in the medic slots? I think I have
I
one.
got it.
Snake's in there.
I got it. So all the judge slots have full medical, I guess.
Tell ya,
I believe
the
so.
medical shit seems really hard, but really makes me want to be a medic.
I think it's one of those like the once you it's a learning curve, but once you get used to the
Just how intense it is with all the
once you
shit
get it
in
down
there,
pat,
kind of like is attracting me to it.
He's-
Like
this
you can
guy's not in
stitch
the front anymore.
people and
Yeah.
This was
I don't
my
know if
day
anyone else
job
knows,
for
but that
years.
took a lot more
This is
bullets
as good
down
as
me
it
than
gets
anyone else
outside
so
of
far.
literally going and making this your day job. The cardiac monitor they use is the one I used in the field.
Medics in Arma can be very, very busy, as Doc. So if you like doing something all the time, you can be very, very, very busy as a medic, because the medical system requires a lot of
Don't die.
attention.
Yep.
training. Lots and lots of training, I see.
I fixed them.
Also, if you haven't read it, the CAT manual exists and it is the Bible because it's written by the devs.
Yeah.
So if somebody tells you something and the manual says something different, the manual is correct.
Yeah, and like I said, Andrea here, Doc, is our head medic in my old unit, and the dude knows everything.
Okay, how do you fucking the point thing again? Is it like
Shift tilde up. Or control tilde, whatever. I don't have. I just agree with everyone else's keybinds because mine aren't default.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like all my games are not default.
No, I almost had him. Damn it.
All right, start treat. Who hasn't done medical? Start treating him. 96. Did you just get here? Start
I
treating this
used all
man.
my shit on him. I can't fix him anymore. I'm just so
Start treating this man.
Damn it, Snake. I never got more medic.
All right, I'm gonna do a chest seal.
I'm gonna restock my shit back in a sec.
Oh, well.
Snake, how did you do that?
How did I do what?
The button, the circle, big fuck circle.
My keybind is control and the key to the left of 1, but I think the default is shift in that key.
All right, people are treating him but not saying anything. What's happening? What's wrong with him?
Yeah. I ran out of shit to treat with.
Doc, Doc, can you go to yelling? Okay. You're very quiet to me.
Did y'all see him switching his gun move? He's dead.
Sound normal to me.
Okay.
He's dead.
Can we spawn in a new patient because this guy is dead?
He's dead.
I got his turban.
Players are more forgiving than AI, so do it on players.
So I can't do CPR and bring him back?
No, he's dead.
No, he's like completely gone. Bleed out is
No, he's dead.
Bleed out when you have 9 avulsions is basically instant.
Okay.
especially on your chest, because you can't turn and get that.
Actually, I want to.
Yeah, guys, reload. If you've done medical, reload your shit. Or run as many times as people need.
I should become medical.
I mean,
now.
yeah,
know
like
as much as I need to know.
Yeah, I'm
he
good
gets
for medic.
tired, hungry, and cranky all at the same time. I'm like, same. I feel you, bud.
Are you talking about your son?
Yeah, Daniel.
He's what, 3 months now?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a little guy.
All he's gonna do is eat, shit, and sleep for about the first 4 or 5 months.
18 years? What?
Hey man, I'm only 19. I just got out of that.
Oh.
Joke's on you, you're still in it.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm
Give it
still
about
in it. I'm fucking doing
16 more months, and then you'll have no peace.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Bro,
Well, I
my
got 4
first one
kids,
just turned
so-
13 in August, and I
Ooh.
swear to God, I want to fuck him up on a daily basis.
I was born in 04.
Jesus.
I graduated high school in 01.
I feel very old.
Yeah,
I
I'd say
also
that to make
feel
people
old.
feel. I feel.
You were born in 2004. Good God.
Yeah,
Alright,
man.
I think we got
I'm an 80s baby.
Everyone, I want you to grab your kit. Like
I'm a
we're gonna do
90s.
a Mission. We're gonna do a little just.
I like the 90s. The 90s
Why are
was
you
fun.
so stupid?
Hey, hey guys, if we're squared away with medical, Pat said grab your fucking mission kits. So grab some pew pew gear.
Are we running ground for this?
For whatever reason, my guy decides to keep throwing away his gun.
Press Control T. But that's
Oh,
That's
that's from the animate mod. We'll get through some shit.
more.
All right, grab your kits.
Don't carry what?
Open up your map. If you look in the town of Marway to the southeast of us, there's
up,
a black
man?
objective marker. Somewhere in that compound, they're storing drug paraphernalia. We're just going to go in. We're going to clear the compound, and we are going to recover the drugs. ROE is everyone has the inherent right to self-defense. All adult males with weapons are authorized as hostile targets. I don't care how we get there, whether helo or we can drive. I will allow you guys to step up as a team leader, or whoever took the Wrath 1 team leader slot. It'll be you. Take the next 10 to 15 minutes to make up your order of movement and how you want to get there. Brief everyone, and then we'll step off and we'll just do a quick mission. And I'm going to make it nighttime for this, so we're going to practice doing some EID. So kit restriction, just don't look like a fucking shithead. Don't really care about uniform.
Yeah. So the
pattern.
only kit requirements are must be American gear and don't look like an idiot. That's it. That's all you got.
But that's my natural look.
Yeah. If the GFC wants to be more restrictive than that, that's fine.
And don't look like the enemy. That's the reason why I want American kit, because it'll make it a lot easier for us to PID each other, right? So I don't see fucking dudes running around in turbans.
Screaming some shit, yeah.
Mandatory caffeine.
Serotonin, what's your name in the Discord?
Serotonin.
What?
Oh.
You guys want to do gunship CCA?
You have a pistol, Snig?
I can do that.
You don't really give a pistol for that
I
kit.
thought you would. What about the bell? We have flare.
I don't think you have a pistol for that kit. Oh, you do.
Sure, that's fine. Okay, take the bell. If you want to put it up and move to the ejected area, we'll call. We'll just do everything on 69 right now, so just don't clog up comms.
Okay, let me throw that in the long
All
range.
right, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, the bell is it's just west. You'll see it.
Yeah, it's the white one. I was flying it around yesterday. It flies pretty good.
Alright, I'll run camera then.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm running over there.
Who took the Wrath 1 team leader slot?
I don't think anyone did.
Okay, well, it looks like Axe took a judge slot, so he gets to be fucking GFC. Congratulations, Axe.
You said Max,
He's
right?
pretending to be AFK.
I heard you say Max. So,
Alright, Max,
has
I
it.
trust you. I'm gonna pick you.
No.
So I'm gonna make a plan. Nope, it's you. Motor pool is it's over there.
They're using a bell though.
That's for ISR.
Oh. I was gonna go by fucking truck.
We can we can drive. If you're
Yeah,
that's just your ISR.
Yeah, drive well.
It's not really taking the issue of the fire my comeback to
Hey, McCloskey, I'm gonna go ahead and make it 965%.
What is that compound? Is it all that you want? Like the best
Yeah, we'll see.
I gotta pick this.
13 hours later.
What up, Benghazi?
It's a shithole. I gotta piss. Be right back.
Still really fucking proud of you. Oh, these nods at the fucking.
Is there a road? Barely. Actually, no, there isn't. No, there is. This is far as fuck.
I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back.
How do you turn on laser again?
I think it's L.
I got it. I figured it out.
Hold on a second. You want to illuminate the night. That is IR. That's got a fucking IR illuminator on it. It's F1. And then F4 is open a menu. Check to see all the options you have in there. F2 and F3. F2 for headlight option on the commons, and that turns on your vanilla headlight or IR, depending on what you have selected. Changed by the CBA settings.
I don't know what you said. I'm gonna be honest. Did you earlier? Oh, that's inventory.
We need to get the not shitty night vision overlays.
Yeah. I was about to say, do we have?
Just use the vanilla ones for now. The filter on them. You get white paws as well.
The better NVGs.
Yeah, that was my question.
I think that's what they're called. Better NVGs, or was it? It's really
Better
good.
IR.
Is it better IR? Yeah, that one.
But it's just illuminated.
There's a set of vanilla ones that are white phos.
Yeah, I see them.
The goggles, wide, black, white phos. Those ones are the best.
Okay, yeah, that's what I. Okay.
Hey Max, we got Max
shit.
Pros.
I got a whole new profile for this.
We got Max Pros.
Bangers.
Illuminator's working with the RHS Pickbox. Yeah, I'm using all of the Illuminator nut controls.
Does F4 work for you?
Yeah, it does. It does, and I'm just.
This aim low.
This aim.
Remind me if there's a way to not.
Yeah, no,
make
I'm checking all
yourself
the
go into
different
your
models,
optics
and
after using the canted
yeah, they ain't changing shit.
You gotta go to your configure atoms, find the GGE canting, and make sure to toggle ADS. The first option says toggle ADS, whatever shit on it. Make sure to toggle that on, and then set it to a toggle instead of a click or a hold click, whatever.
That wasn't what I was looking for, but I was referring to the actual laser illuminators and everything, so illuminate nice shit.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, but does F4 work for you?
Yeah, it does. It gives me the
F4
Pickbox.
works, then it's working. It's a really glitchy system though. So if you click on this aim low and then click on fire, and then click next like a couple times in that F4 menu.
Oh, you actually got to click on the box then.
So toggle ADS.
Oh, okay.
Max, it's
you just can't use the actual laser button for it. I follow now. I follow.
There we go. Cool.
See, I was still using the fucking like the vanilla L toggle for light laser. That's probably why I was.
Yeah, mine's all funky, but I'm starting to get gotta like shift L to get it to come up and then cycle through it with F2 and F3.
Makes
like
more sense now.
Like L's light is like super dim when it's on.
That's probably the ITN stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the Apex nods. These nods.
Can I get one person to come with me to pick up one of the Max Pros?
Yep.
We fit everyone in one?
It's up to you. One person to drive. You need to bring me to go.
G9 with the tatties.
What?
G9 with the tatties.
Yep.
Role playing, or you really got sleeves?
In IRL?
Yeah.
No, sadly I don't have the money.
I have one, and my mom paid for most of it.
Well, my mother told me if I got a tattoo, I leave her house. So
when mommy says, "What do you want for your birthday?" and she knows my tattoo guy, gift certificates.
She bought you a sleeve, or she bought you a tattoo? Yeah, good answer.
20s though, so that was like 20 years ago.
She bought you a sleeve or she bought you a tattoo?
She bought the gift certificate for me to go get the tattoos. And over like a 3-year period of birthdays and Christmases, I accumulated a sleeve tattoo from her.
Oh my god.
It's all comic book characters.
This only show favorites button in the 8's arsenal is new, and god, that's gonna be life changing. Hide all this stupid shit.
Alright. Like, are you rocking NVGs or no? Or are you just setting
I
it
got
up now?
NVGs on. So
Shit.
I'm so outside smoking a doobie.
They don't look like you have NVGs on.
How do you mark something as a favorite?
Apparently you have to shift click it, or maybe shift double click it,
Yeah, I
and
got
then there's a
NVGs on
button to
green
only
one,
show
too.
favorites.
What's better,
not?
green or white foss in this game?
White Foss.
White Foss is better, Snake?
Way easier on your eyes.
They took off, yeah. How do you change to white foss?
You have to grab a specific thing marked.
You gotta make sure the NVGs you grab have white foss.
This box.
That's why I'm wearing the vanilla NVG.
God, I hope I have everything. I don't fucking have
They
everything.
don't specify.
They do.
Rip over everything.
They do. High color.
It's like, look at the vanilla ones. The vanilla
Can
ones.
can you ask him if they could screen their feet? I need to see the picture.
Vision, Judge.
Like when you go over them, like when it's like, it'll say NVGs / white hot or
Vision,
some shit.
Judge.
Pretty sure we gain an hour.
I think majority of fours can do it.
Your ISR, your call sign's vision.
Did forget what time it was. Thank you.
Are they on 96?
Is Axe fucking GFC or not?
No, you got it.
Oh my god.
Alright, so what are your orders, good sir?
Is Axe back? Axe?
Yeah, I mean, what's up?
You're whispering. Axe, pick up get a machine gun.
Yeah, he's just pretending. He's just pretending he can't hear you.
He hears it. He's fucking. He's whispering.
What do you want?
He hears me. Get
What's
a
going on?
fucking machine. Get a fucking machine gun.
God damn it.
The only person I know here who's fucking capable of
I just made this kit though.
That doesn't mean anyone else is not capable. Just because you don't know.
You don't trust Switch your eye?
a machine gun.
You mean like in general or with a machine gun? Because no.
Anybody running a fucking LMG?
Or Saul.
Yeah, Axe will be.
Axe will be.
How are we splitting up the teams? Are we doing?
We are, but hold on.
We have probably too many people to.
Vision, Judge 1.
Andrew, you're the only one who's here with a medic, or anything else that is on the medic slot. You're not? Who is in a medic slot here? Does anyone know if he's in a medic slot?
Medic?
All the judge slots are technically full medical.
Oh, that's much better. The wide white phosphorus.
Psycho?
Yeah.
Judge, radio check.
It looks good.
Yep.
That's
Where,
Gen
in
4
your inventory
too, so
or
it's
on your gun?
It's on my gun.
Bro, am I only one not seeing him like fully kitted? Or am I crazy?
That's much better, yeah.
The Surefire SOCOM wrap, OD.
Yeah, Andrew, if you can't get it in a medical spot, that'll be real sick.
Oh, he does look half naked. Alright.
Shit.
Like, the only thing you have for me is like a vest and helmet.
User left your channel.
Oh, I've got that stupid bug where I can't.
Brought your bubble wrap, right?
I can't put a fucking binoculars on.
Which bug?
Remember when I used to, if you have a binos equipped and you switch to your primary, automatically switches back to your binos.
Yeah.
I forgot what fixed it, but
User left your channel.
Oh no.
Alright, if you guys have UTC, just
Later, Sully.
go into, just tag me in them. I'll put them in.
Nope. Maybe it's me.
We'll just put
Maybe
it-
I gotta go
just
reset
tag me in
myself.
general. Put them in a mod.
Radio check.
Mirror him.
Psycho's the one that's naked.
All right, y'all. I gotta bounce. Y'all have fun.
There's Nick.
All right, that's something.
User joined your channel.
Here, I'll back out.
User
Try
left
it.
your
1
channel.
second.
How many people were left?
User left your channel.
Hey, I gotta go. I gotta tuck my son's in bed. I'll be back.
Foldy is a good medic. Don't worry about that.
Right, Valdi, you or me? Stick with my ass. I'm with you, Axe, with the machine gun.
Hey, hey.
This is gonna be fun. Provided I actually remember to bring everything.
Can we get another bird? We had an Arma moment happen to us.
Holy shit, this is a lot of beer.
Hang on.
This box isn't an Ace Arsenal for me anymore.
Largely because I don't know how much of everything to bring, so I brought 4 of everything.
Do the one at the main one. That should be good. Not this one. The one over there. Pat, you are coming with us either way, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have the rest.
What net are we on?
6-9.
69.
Done the rest, and also Pix, you're with me as well.
The fleer.
Radio check.
Okay. I was about to ask that. Pat, you don't mind if we run an additional net just talk among us?
Yeah, that's fine. 68 is going to be for your ISR.
Alright, just 68 lobby net, I guess.
Yeah, just use it to talk to your helos. Kolcheski's the GFC. He's going to go ahead and brief us now. ISR is taken off. He'll give you an assessment of the AO.
I want to need to see that before I get out of here.
Vision, Judge, radio check 60. Vision, Judge, radio check 60.
Judge, Vision 1-1, we are launching.
Mission Stress 1, make sure you are in 6-8 for ISR terms.
I'm on the way.
Radio check. Vision 1-1. Rough 1, catch you. 5
We're just...
Vision Stress 1 on 6-8.
It says Psycho is using a modified data file.
Requesting you transmit your mission on this one. Roger, Vision's getting it up. Link is up. Vision 1-1. One, got contact.
Yes, that's gonna be a tough one.
They are off. Right, you all can hear me? You all can hear me? Everyone here?
Yeah.
Is everyone coming with? You all know who you're with? Who's your TL here? Aaron, you're with Pat. All right. So simple plan. We're taking the two Max Bros here out base, heading east, and then south, getting to the VRP Golem. When we get there, on foot. We'll get to our Fab Alpha. When we get in there, we'll make our way using the line, which is not a precise route, but we'll make our way to there, and our our entry point should be at the end of the line in southwest of building 120. We'll split our teams as I said, the ones who are with Pat and the ones who are with me. And if you're with me, we'll go in and building 120, and we're gonna set up a base of fire in there for the rest of you guys to move to building 117, 118, or to 11A, or to 111, or 122, and then we'll maneuver. If we don't have eyes of you, we'll maneuver to 114, and so forth. That makes sense to all of you?
Yep.
Yes. Remember what we're looking for? As Pat stated. Drugs. Yeah, we're taking it for ourselves apparently.
I like
Selling
blow.
them too. All right. So whenever, just to everyone is on the same page, when we actually get to any of the marked positions, I'm just gonna say, for example, the VRP. I'm just gonna say I call Gollum. It just means that we are at the VRP, and so forth for the next mark.
Vision.
Everyone clear on that?
Hey, have your SO switch
Another
to.
thing, if you don't understand what I mean,
Fused.
English is not it's not my first language. Just make sure, just ask me if you don't understand what I mean.
Say again, all after
okay?
switch 2.
Just have him press B.
All right, make sure you guys all have your kit. You have about 2
Hell
minutes.
yeah, does he know how to use the LTM?
And we'll be stepping off.
AG9 is my kit. Visible now. I think it was those mods.
Alright, have him turn on his laser marker to fire the laser marker, and then press L, and he'll turn on his IR pointer. Break.
Let me go
Wants you
into
to
the
sparkle all threats to the assault force.
Check. Do you have a game
Once
keyboard
on my
because
command.
there might be like a game that prevents it from being Windows.
Roger, copy. Sparkle all threats. Say your
yeah.
command.
Well, if I go to that other one,
what
it'll
is
do
your
the Windows
what is your call sign?
Okay, that's weird.
I'm George.
fucking weird, so I just run over here and do it.
Could you ask him to get more altitude? I need eyes. I need eyes on the structures, and I'm only seeing nothing here.
Just can you climb up to 500 meters? Excuse me, vision.
Roger, vision. We're climbing up to 500 meters.
What's up? Nah, be alright.
What do you have with you, Pix?
Pardon?
Yeah.
What do you have with you?
In terms of gear?
Yeah.
Just a regular AR, 9 mags, couple of grenades, couple of smokes, IRs,
We have breaching
supplies.
charges.
Oh, you got IRs.
Good.
Could you attach some IR grenades on both Max Pro?
Yeah.
Hey, firm.
Sorry, I'm back.
I have 2 breaching charges and 2 demolition blocks.
Okay. I'm just gonna blow up the fucking building 'cause it's sick.
What's the
Question: How do you use I have a Galaxy S20 tactical edition.
What?
How do you use that shit?
You're with Pat.
Press home.
Okay.
We'll give you a quick rundown if you want to hear it.
Yeah, what's going on?
Just taking the Max Pros here behind me to the VRP Golem. We're stepping on foot to our FAP. We have ISR. We'll get some eyes on objective. We just gonna split teams on one. One is gonna
clear 120, which is my team, myself, which is RAF, and then Josh, which is Hate, are going to 117 and 118. And in 120, we're gonna set up an SPF position on the roof, and so you guys can maneuver properly to 111 and 112. Probably when you guys get to those buildings, we're gonna maneuver, kind of bound our way to 114, 116.
Okay. What about the 200 block?
The 200 block is just marked in case we see anything outside of our AO
Okay.
or a little target area, just so we can call it out properly, you know.
Yep. And
Copy.
It says Zeus action. Assign keys. I just have them in his backslash.
Oh, you know what? I don't have a fucking ATAX.
Yeah, unbind that. Yep.
Pat, you don't mind if I talk to Vision?
We're still on
No, go ahead.
69, right?
Yep. We're all going to be on 69. 68's for ISR. Right?
Mission to RAF 1, 68.
RAF 1, vision 68.
Send me a screenshot.
Requesting you get eyes on building 120.
Roger, copy eyes on building 120.
That's F12.
You already call contact on it.
I think it's easier to show you, to be honest.
Roger, tally 120, vision.
Let me know when you're watching.
Vision's RAF, requesting you get eyes south of buildings 200. Did you see you had some targets in a minaret?
No, I'm gonna press H, right? See that ping Zeus shit?
Roger, we'll shift south to 200. Break.
That's your journal.
Observed one enemy marksman in vicinity of the mosque. I believe he's up in one of the little parapets. Break.
Well, that'll be your C-tab.
Has like an SVD of some sort. Over.
No, he's talking about his hint.
Oh, that's in the common, I believe. The
hint is bound to age by default.
Talk copy vision.
Common.
If you can slew the sensor, just 1 feet west. 1 feet, I mean one camera slew west.
I mean,
southwest
screen.
Yeah, it's controls,
Roger,
common,
unbind
towards
that.
the bottom, the last help, unbind that.
If you can get eyes on that minaret for that marksman.
It's
got load up. Contact.
There you go, fuck. That helps.
Requesting you mark that position on the map.
Hey, is there a way to minimize? Never mind, I figured it out.
X. What's up?
You're driving.
Roger, we're looking. Vision.
That's what I do.
What team am I on? I wasn't given one.
You can roll hate.
I'm not. I'm rolling.
RAF 1, Judge 169.
Doing the left stick.
What am I getting? Oh, shit.
Where is the get in button? Am I stupid? That's good now.
Vic 1's going to SB. Solid copy.
So remember that shit I had on the left side of the screen that I couldn't get it to go away?
Vic 2's all set. We'll follow you.
It worked once I fucking turned off all the mods that I didn't need for the server.
Oh,
I mean,
turn right.
you click his specific
Or
mod?
Picked up
RAF
the
1 vision,
vehicles.
target is marked on map. Over.
I unloaded all my mods and then loaded the ones just specifically for the server. I still had those Ghost Platoon ones in there, so it's fucking shit up.
Can you take a screenshot of it?
What do you mean?
RAF 112, be advised. We have an enemy sniper marked on map just south of our objective. Facing our entry.
Yeah, it's on your right. It's right there, right there. Yep. It should automatically go up. Turn them off.
can't switch seats? That's silly.
Whoa.
Oh no.
we got a little.
What the fuck?
We're all dead. Don't worry about it.
And there she goes.
Rex is up.
Draft 1 is up. About it, I think. Vision this raft.
Wrap, this is Vision.
The advise of an armament in our position.
Alright, now I can use that in-game audio.
I added us a Max Pro. Oh, it's not the fucking radio.
No, the mods are all fucked up. Remember, I saved a bunch of Ghost Platoon shit in here on accident because I didn't know.
Alright,
So I'll
get in the
just
truck.
use that, and then I'll fuck with it after. So I get to spend hours redoing the kit again.
Alright, we're loading back up.
I am loaded.
Who's driving?
I think this is all in.
Should be Doc.
Do we not
Where's
have a
Doc?
driver?
Where's
I
Axel's?
got out of the driver's seat because everyone was saying.
I'll drive. Fuck it.
I'll drive it. I don't want to cause another fucking repeat. We're all good.
Where's the exit out of the base?
Continue to the left.
Turn left.
Left. Okay.
Just drive on the runway.
Who is that?
Stop. Stop.
I see him.
Hello, friends.
All in. It's gonna be just past the motor pool on your right.
Copy.
It's that big hangar building. Right here.
Whoa, steering is a little sensitive on this bad boy. I got my ATAX up. We're good. Those.
One from Judge. Continue to target. Who's this? Stop. Did they lose their trucks too?
Yeah, of course we did. We rewrote
God
it.
damn it.
I just do something in right now.
God
think we fit everyone here. Can we? No, all about me. All because I'm Chilean. Yeah, we'll fit everything.
Are you spawning in a second truck?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. I'll see you there, boys.
Let's go.
Stand by. Alright.
Vision, Judge. And a slight clerical error there, or SP.
And to your front, you'll see the remnants of Wrath 2 or Wrath 1.
Judge copies. Go ahead and push back to the target. Wants you to sparkle all the rest of the assault force on my command.
Any concerns about IED placements?
No.
You're no fun.
Well, since we're learning shit today, is there a way to interact with this GPS on my screen?
Which GPS?
Yes.
Whichever one hate had in its fucking
Vision,
pocket.
Judge.
Oh, C-tab?
Pulse
Yeah.
sparkle threats. I want you to pulse sparkle any threats. Alright, if you see a finger from God, it's a threat. Alright, air takes up. Stagger call. Negative. You need to move closer. Short hold. Friendly grid, friendly grid, friendly grid. 3-3, Papa, Tango Papa. 1, 2, 7, 5, 9. 1, 4, 3, 7, 9.
Roger. We have eyes on vision.
Request your sparkle 100 meters southeast of the assault force.
Roger, I copy 100 meters southeast of the assault force, over.
Alright, this is Raph. Are we moving to objective or are we just holding out here?
We're doing a test with the laser from the helo standby.
Copy that.
I saw Boot just logged on, so he's probably on his way.
Vision, got no joy on your lays. Break.
I got eyes on it. I got eyes on it for sure.
Disregard. We do have eyes on, I just can't see it. Alright, we're gonna move to target. Request you sparkle threats to the assault force. Prioritize threats within 100 meters.
Roger, I copy. Sparkle out threats within 100 meters of the assault force.
Alright, we're gonna move out. The ISR is gonna sparkle any threats within 100 meters of us.
Microphone muted.
Am I back? Never left. No, I'm we're doing a little something. But yeah, I'll be streaming more probably.
Microphone activated.
I trust you. Lead the way. Let's double time it.
Contacts from BR, south side to our right. Hey, eyes contact.
I got one on the roof blazing.
Let's make it to the wall before we engage.
Moving.
User joined your channel.
Mission is Raph.
Raph, this is Vision. There's a technical right on the other side of that wall facing your breach point. Over.
Stock.
Yeah, we're currently sparkling techie.
We got one down. One friendly down.
Where?
I got Hates down.
Yep. We got NG down as well. Get a CCP going. One of them. Let's go. Move him in there.
Got CCP on my pause. Marking with the IR cam now.
Axe, let's fall back to
118.
Roger that. One away.
Doorway has IR cam.
Hey, we've got active threats in the buildings. If you're not working on the bodies, let's start clearing buildings.
Body. Where are the bodies?
Oh, here. I cover for you.
Cash in 117.
Raph, this is Vision. We got a guy posted up in a murder hole on our sparkle. Over.
Copies all.
Hey, mark UX. Make sure you mark UX with red chem lights.
Second guy in there.
Yeah, contact in this building over here.
All right, with you. Contact the window. Go, go, go.
Pegs and axe. You guys make sure to set up SPF on 120.
I'm hit. I'm down. All right, I'm up. I'm gonna TQ.
Working on it.
Hey, rest of the building's clear.
Wrath Judge.
Send it for raptors.
Make sure we're marking buildings that are clear.
Over there.
Hey, Raph, this is Vision. You got a machine gun on the second floor, that two-story in the far southeast part of downtown. He's posted up on the second floor. Over.
Somebody throw smoke instead of Hey, we got a guardian down over here. I got a guardian down. Wait, is that enemy? We got CSAT units.
I'm with you, Andrews.
Why am I not getting my...
That an enemy towards the fucking enemy truck.
Building's been clear. Am I shooting an invisible ship? I don't know what's going on.
Hey, do you read?
Pegs and SPF.
I got a fucking transport truck over here to the east side of that compound, the first compound.
Copy, no factor. Wrath Judge.
Send.
Once we're clear secure, let's get the cash and building 117 loaded up in the truck and RTB.
Talk.
Vision Judge.
Send it.
Request you conduct defensive scans along the north-south running MSR to the west break. We're going to be bipping a cache at building 117.
Roger, copy, north-south running road. We're gonna bip a cache. Break. Alright, disregard. You just engaged the guy we saw.
Unregarded.
Got one down on me.
Is the CCP still up?
Raph.
Go ahead.
You need to get back to trucks we have with the VRP.
Copy, we can't move it, let's just bip it.
Yeah, we'll just fucking bip it.
We bring it down.
Almost got a demo.
Yeah, bring it up.
Whoever's got the demo, we should set it up in building 117.
You got a demo on this backpack?
If the gun doesn't make an audible noise.
Axe, where the fuck you at?
To the south of the village.
Come to 120.
Yep, bud.
Send in G9 to building 117.
G9.
Oh,
Going to one. You got demo? Go to building 117. To the west.
Where's that demo?
Where's that demo?
To the west.
To the west.
You know how to put it down.
Ace interact, press control, Windows.
Hey, Pix, I'm gonna cross you.
Place. Do you have a clacker?
Okay, put it down. I have a clacker. Put it down.
Put it where I can see it. I got it.
Doc, why do you have a handgun out?
Ref vision.
Send it.
Yeah, we got a squirter, 180, 200 meters to your northeast, roughly a 7-1 from your compound over.
Give me the laser of God on it.
Wrath Judge.
Sparkle coming up.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Roger, we'll get out the same way we came in. Just rally on there and we'll move out as team.
Bring it down north wall.
Crossing barrel, crossing barrel.
Crossing.
I'm moving G9.
What do you have a pistol?
Mission is Raph.
Doc, are you on a whisper? I can't hear you.
Mission.
Raph vision.
Be advised, we're moving out objective time now.
Roger, got eyes on you. We'll look out for anything.
We got a security set. Let's move.
Going back the way we came, right?
Yep.
All right, I'll take point.
Move, move, move.
Last man.
Raph is a vision.
Send.
Yeah, currently sparkling. Appears there's some enemy near the big VDO. Over.
Next hole. Fuck out fire in the hole.
I'll be advised. Got contact on video. Sparkle.
Down, he's down. Contact.
Contact down. And keep moving.
Mission requests you scan our route of travel towards our VRP.
Roger, scan along route of travel. Raph, this is Vision. We're not seeing any movement between you and the vehicles.
Raph copies all.
I don't, man. Hey, man. You were out here, man.
Get in the truck. Vision, you're clear to RTB.
Roger, Vision is RTB at this time.
Raph 1 is last man.
Hey, be advised, Vision. Vision just took a shot. We lost our anti-torque. We're still RTB. We're flying good.
Copy, continue.
Raph's Oscar Mike.
Yeah, we got a lot to work on.
Yeah. There's gonna be a group with no rigid team structure.
I mean, that's something that we can decide to change. Yeah, but we need to go like laser discipline. We need to do some CQB. It was a good time though. It was fun.
Yeah, this is the first time I played Arma in fucking, what, 6 months?
How many frames you got?
50s, 60s, all good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues with performance at all.
I haven't heard your voice in so long, Twitch.
I missed you boys.
You still streaming?
Yeah, I'll kill it once we get into the base.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to stream and drive.
Didn't have any mask houses.
That's always a good thing.
I don't think we had any blue on blue.
Well, it's the
I'm just gonna dismount here.
Yeah, this is fine. Kill the engine.
Killed it.
I know enough, but not a whole lot.
I'm thinking CLS first, and then.
All right, I'm gonna kill the stream.
But it's
Anybody still hang out in the stream? Thanks for stopping by.
Clear the runway if you're able. We're gonna
We'll
have to
try
run
and
it
stream
on.
some more. Definitely get some more Arma in. Have a good night.